We have Fallen, Bolts, Fur, Steel, and Cold to start things off with them, making their way towards the upper B tunnels for this terrorist team as they did have to spawn, but holding things out as Automatic, though, is pushing towards lower B. But he gets instantly headshotted by Fallen.
Yeah, that's big. He did get the information. He saw a lot of guys there inside the B tunnel, so at least compLexity can already make that rotation with Sanctington to B. He does find a kill as well, but Luminosity kind of realizes that they were spotted, is going to just back off here and rotate around to terrorist spawn, and from here they might decide to push out of long A. It seems to be the case. There are two members for compLexity in that area, so it's going to be Symphysis and CT Spawn, and Valence is still actually on the A platform, and he'll just try to play range here and spot him out, as he does have that USP. He's going up against 3 Glocks and 1 P2K there that was picked up by Fallen. So we'll just see if Luminosity can overwhelm them with numbers, as they do have an equal 4-on-4, but at least at first they'll have kind of a 4-on-2.
Only one, yeah, really, but only one guy inside the site. One's inside CT spawn. They'd get the smoke across, but Valen's still able to get the headshot onto Steel, waiting for him to re-peek, and Fur cannot connect. The bomb is down, now finally picked up. Fur finally connects onto Valens, and he's going to get the safe plant. So the bomb is going to go down. It's going to be a 3 versus 3, and let's see if compLexity can retake this.
Yeah, they're sitting 2 up. CatSif is still inside TT spawn. Bolt hiding behind the stairs, gets immediately sniffed out. So Fur now alone in a 1 versus 3, getting pushed 2 from Cat, and he will get overwhelmed. And compLexity will secure the round. They did concede the bomb plant. Yes, so Luminosity can buy up in the 3rd round, but nonetheless, compLexity has set themselves up for at least a 2-0 start. Really well done on that retake from compLexity.
To my Brazilian friends tuning in right now onto MLG TV, obrigado, tudo bem? Thanks for tuning in, and moving on to this second round. compLexity, yes, a great retake and a great hold actually to start things off for Valens inside A as well. And at first for Automatic to get that information towards upper B, after he got killed, he saw that from the kill cam they fell back from it a bit, and then it came down to Valens just holding it down.
Yeah, I mean, he stayed alive for so long, got that initial kill as well on that long A push, so really well done there from him. They will go ahead and upgrade their weapons. They do kind of exchange an equal amount of damage over here at the long A, as they will begin to back off here from Luminosity. Steel playing over there towards B tunnels, and you will notice that, you know, Steel tends to be kind of their lurker, kind of one of their extremity players. In many cases, Bolts will kind of be the other one. And they are a very slow and methodical team, so they will play to the last 20 or 30 seconds almost every single round. So that's something to look out for as we continue on, as they do begin to look towards the catwalk, but not fully committed. They still do have the bomb towards the mid of Cat, could easily still do some type of mid to B.
Well, it was actually one lurking around. It was going to be Cold on the top of the catwalk, but the rest of them, like you said, are making their way towards this lower B at upper, but they don't have anything to work with, really. They're going to have to try to count on Fallen to try to get a scout pick onto this platform. So this is exactly what's going on, but Roka is holding towards barrel side. White Peak spots the first one, and here's going to come the rotation. But what a pick by Bolts for the entry onto Sanks, but Roka's still on the barrels. Taken down by Fallen with the scout. It's now a 3 versus 3 situation as they're trying to move in and get the plant. Cold, though, that lurk up on catwalk drops inside the CT spawn to take down Automatic, but quickly retaliated by Valence. Now there's not much time left on the clock as the bomb is out in the open at mid double doors. Fur's going to peek out first. Now they're going to pick up the bomb. Flash comes through, and that's going to be perfect, but Fallen saves him with the headshot with the scout. Going on fire with his gun. Now it's a 2 versus 1. Bomb is now planted. Valence now with the MP7 just running in, giving away his position. Gets the first kill, looking for the second one, and it is going to be Fallen again with another scout headshot to win the round for Luminosity Gaming.
That's a big round to lose if you're compLexity. That's a round where Luminosity had virtually nothing invested into that. They had that first round bomb plant. Remember, they were banking their cash to get that initial buy on the 3rd round. Yet they still come up with a victory with very limited resources, and now they have all the money in the world with 2 bomb plants plus a victory, and now it's compLexity who's going to be stuck in pretty much a double save situation. They do get a scout out and some upgraded pistols. They're going to try to fight back here and now, trying to see if they can't reset Luminosity, but they're going to be on these either broken buys or saves for probably the next couple of rounds. So this is giving Luminosity a lot of room to just extend their lead, and look at that, Fur already finding the initial engagement at long A.
Yeah, and this is going back to like the Symphysis days of like, let's just buy every round so far, and they went for this, and it's not working so far. But with that last round, with the way that Fallen's been playing, I think another thing that the Portuguese buddies right now tuning in would agree is that round was deliciosa.
Check you out. Did you just do some Portuguese lessons before the cast today, knowing that you were casting the Brazilians?
No, I just had a good friend that worked with me that came in for Brazil for a short-term assignment.
Oh, cool. So he's like
Yeah.
with you right now?
No, she moved
Meeting
back
you-
to Brazil already. She's from Curitiba.
There you go.
Yeah.
For sure, everyone's spamming their Brazilian flags in chat as we speak. As they definitely show up for the Luminosity gaming matches every time. You can always count on those fans. They're very dedicated and loyal to their team, who has done quite a lot for Brazil, representing them in international CS:GO with a couple of top 8 finishes, even at the Valve Majors. So they've really been a team to be to recognize and to be dealt with. I mean, they're quite a squad, and here they're up 2-1. As compLexity again has no money.
Yeah, well, because of that force buy that they had, now
Right.
they're going to be in a position where they're going to have to save, but have enough for a smaller, weaker buy. They could have M4s, but maybe not the kits and the full nades that they want to. But again, the next round, they'll just need small armor against AK-47, so that's already $600 in the bank extra that they could actually use. But on this save, they're stacking up towards long, but big counter flashes coming through from Luminosity Gaming side that's pushing them back towards this A side. Bolts gets the opening kill, and it should be opening for business very soon.
Right, as we are going to see compLexity just getting mowed down over here at Long A. Of course, they didn't have anything invested into this. It was always going to be Luminosity's round, most likely, but Valen's trying to be a little bit ninja here inside the smoke. He tried to pick up Steel, but can't quite finish him off. And with that said, Luminosity should be able to put this one away momentarily. But Simvis is at least getting some guns down here.
And he's trying to go for a second one, but to no avail. Bolts is going to kill him with the AK-47 up on Catwalk. So now let's see what type of buy we're going to get here for this counter-terrorist team. Like I said, they do have enough for armor and M4s, no AWPs. They can if they go glass cannon, and Semphis will do so.
Yeah, and Civis has taken the reins as the main opera for this team. Even going back to the Nylum days, he pretty much have picked it up towards the middle of last season, and it's been kind of hit or miss on how good he's been able to perform. I mean, he's always been known as being a very versatile player. I think he played almost every role in Counter-Strike when he played for compLexity and Cloud9, even including being an opera for that team for a short time. So he's definitely proven that he can do it all, but how well can he do each role is the problem, as we are seeing Luminosity coming out of mid. No smoke on CT spawn will already begin to back off and start doubling back towards this catwalk.
And there you go. That's what we're talking about, a default setup that we keep talking about. But this time, instead of having two guys towards long, they have one guy playing towards Goose, so that they could still hold a tight, actually, A hold. And this is another common spot, actually, instead of having two guys towards long, because if Semphis actually misses the shots on the cross onto the elbow, well, at least we still have an automatic at Goose to try to take him down. But these are obvious spots, so they're going to be corners that are going to have to check. So this comes down to aim and reflex, and they drop towards CT spawn to take down Semphis.
Yeah, they just put a smoke on CT spawn, use it as a drop down to kind of add a third route to their A attack, a makeshift one besides Long and Cat just getting on the CT slope, and they just completely bust open this A bomb site. Semphis trying to watch the Cat cross, gets blinded, and it gets caught by that drop, and that pretty much kills the round immediately as the Goose player also went down, and now Valens gets caught, and this round has been lost. compLexity just trying to see if they can't hold on to a couple of guns here. They're trying to hide out inside the B bomb site, but Luminosity will go on to the chase, and they will get a fourth round.
He's just going to wait probably for this time to go off, trying to see if he can hear a little bit more. And yeah, he hears one inside B. He hears Sanks just running, thunderfooting inside this B bomb site, waiting for his teammates to come in from upper B as well, and they're going to try to pinch through and go for the hunt. They get the first kill onto Fur. A big nade comes across, though, and they'll be able to save their M4s here.
So there you have it. Luminosity has the 4-1 lead. compLexity on limited economy here. They did get a couple of M4s, and it looks like they are forcing up here as much as they can. Going to be out here onto Valens. Semphis dropped an M4. Roka, I think he's on a FAMAS. Okay, so yeah, very, very limited here. Not a whole lot of utility on a couple of weaker guns. Definitely the advantage here for Luminosity, but we'll see what compLexity can piece together with the limited resources that they have.
Coming through here towards that double door. It's Fur just making his mark and proving and showing that there's somebody trying to create a distraction at least towards long A to keep their opponents back from a easy rotation as they're trying to take over this mid control for the rest of this Brazilian team. They flash out for bolts to peek through, but there's nothing there. So you're going to smoke for a spawn, but are they actually going to go for this mid to B? No, they're going to smoke it out and try to creep up towards Cal and try to close in here on the defense at A ramp.
Yeah, as you see Luminosity already posting up here on the catwalk, there is a smoke blocking them for now, but as that begins to dissipate, we could definitely see them try to take some duels there. With the bomb from Cold, it's actually slipping back into B tunnel, so it seems like they want to fall back into a late mid to B. Sanks and Roka are split up for now. Sanks just kind of watching the mid portion from behind the boxes while Roka spots the tunnels from on the boxes of the window, and Luminosity does begin to close in over here. In fact, 3 will have the bomb at B tunnels. Bolts and Fur trying to throw a bit of an attack at Catwalk. In fact, they're trying to jump into the spawn, and Bolts makes it. Does get spotted out, does get taken down, but they are going to be able to press into the B bomb side here.
Yeah, because the smart thing is that Automatic actually stayed inside the smoke, but they're pushing towards the upper B, and Sex is holding it down. And finally, compLexity puts one on the board. And actually, with a decisive fashion there, in decisive fashion, is he got a flawless victory. They pick up an AK up to upgrade, and they pick up an AWP to upgrade.
Yeah, that's crazy that Sanks actually catches the cat drop down there in a big lay that cuts a big part of that attack out, and he's even able to turn around and respawn with 2 kills on the first guys coming out of B tunnels from Luminosity. So such a great performance from Sanks individually there to pull off the hat trick round and really just shut down that strat entirely. Luminosity, though, still plenty of money in the bank to buy up. They will again kind of stage up here inside the B tunnels, but again, they're just a very slow, methodical team for the most part, but not this time. They're just going really quick out mid.
Yeah, not even a smoke for a spawn, because they're going to let Fallen off it for a cross. So they're going to make a lot of noise. Roka's going to get the kill onto Steel, but then there you go. Fallen gets the op kills. Now it's smoked out, but Roka's still holding inside this B site. And
Wow.
Sanks is also there to support. But just like that, it's a 3 versus 2. They're still alive, and Fallen's going to move back towards upper B to try to get this kill inside and clear out the B bomb site. There's still 2 guys holding inside there.
Yeah, really well done again there from Sanks and Roka, defending that B bomb site so well. They've been attacked a couple of times the past 2 rounds, and they have just dealt with it marvelously. And Sanks is just racking up the numbers here. We have 7 rounds played. He's already up to 9 kills. Roka at 7, so you can just see how they're handling that side of the map so effectively. And that's caused them to win the last 2 rounds in a row. So they're starting to work towards that tie. They have Luminosity on a bit of a broken bye.
They've won with this before, though. They've won with the Scouts and Tech 9s. Can they do it again? This time they're going to focus towards long A. And it's probably going to be Steel that's going to peek out first. Semphis whiffs the off shot, though. And then at least Fallen puts it down to 5 HP, but he's able to connect with that off shot. Further gets the dig in the face of Valence, as Semphis is going to still go for the aggro peak with the AWP with 5 HP. He doesn't even care. But everybody else decides to fall back here for Luminosity Gaming.
Right, that's exactly what happens here, as compLexity are just able to catch Luminosity on this force buy pretty well, but it still has been played into a 3-on-3, and B's completely open at this point. Now, LG doesn't know that quite yet. They do have 1 player inside pit right now, just holding long A control, so they want to still try to split this A bomb side, but they're going to deal with Automatic, who is pushed up aggressively at the catwalk and finds only 1, however, so it's still a 2v1 for Luminosity.
Yeah, they're going to plan for long for sure now, because they know Bolts is inside pit. They're trying to fake the smoke for the cross. Molly's going to be thrown, but it's planted in the front. Now they're going to go for the jump kill. Oh, but he hides just behind the barrel. So Sanks actually didn't even see it when he jumped up. So now this is a huge 2 versus 1. Sanks is going to have to go big right now. Bolts is still whiffing here with the scout shot. Switches over to the Tech 9, going long range to take him down with success. And like we called it, the second round they did the Tech 9, Deagle, and Scout. Well, this time to do it again, and it works.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 force buy rounds from Luminosity that they've been able to convert into W's. That's 2 big losses for compLexity. Again, it forces compLexity into a tight spot where Automatic has, like, no money. They're forcing up what they can. They do have 3 M4s, and then they just have Sanks on a 250 and Automatic on a CZ, so this is not the best situation to be in equipment value-wise, as Luminosity has finally put a stop to some of those B holds and have put another round on the board, and Fallen getting chased in the smoke has no idea.
Oh,
and Sanks catches him for it.
And he's going to get tapped in the back, though, then traded out by a steal. Now, is SSJ, does that mean Super Saiyan? Like,
I think
Japanese
so, yeah.
way of saying Super Saiyajin?
Yes.
Yeah, he's going full out Goku there. Well, at least it's a 4 versus 3, and now this force buy comes back in favor of compLexity. So it's just force buy after force buys that just keeps working for either team that's actually committing to that. Now, Fur's going to plan for Catwalk, though, but Valence is on a big flank towards Barrels to take down Steel. So it's going to be a 2-man hold up on Catwalk, and can they actually hold it?
Wow, they wasted a couple of Molotovs there, I feel like. They shouldn't have thrown both. Should have cycled them a little bit, but they do have another smoke to throw down, so they're going to keep slowing down this cat portion of the retake, but Fur gets flashed, and he will get chased down, but he gets 1 kill out of it.
1 versus 1 happening now. It's fighting for Cat. Roka peeks up. Oh, he gets the kill with a nade, but Bolts kills him just before, and they win the round, and we don't see many of those rounds where you get a round win by simultaneous kills.
That's awesome. So crazy. If Roka's nade gets there a little bit earlier, if you can just dodge those bullets, he wins the round. It's so crazy. It came down to just that one little interaction, that one difference in timing of the nade toss.
You can kind
the
of see
kill
it
bolts
too.
got in.
Like both of them were like in that like oh crap moment when that grenade is lobbing towards the air and both of them are reacting like get my gun out, please.
And Bolts is like, I gotta fit in this shot. I gotta get this shot, and he lands it, man. There you have it. Luminosity wins a couple of rounds in a row. They have complexity onto a save. Fur just working up long A alone, catches Valence, which is pretty much the only person on the A side of the map. So the bomb will make its way up long A. They'll definitely get the bomb plant, and they should secure the round. And man, this has been a crazy game to watch so far. I mean, we had some crazy stuff happen.
This is awesome. It's exciting so far in complexity. Unfortunately, though, with the force buy that they got, did not come in their favor. So they're going to be forced on a full save here. They do have a 5-7 in the hands of Roka and full nades as well. Semphis just trying to lurk through this double doors, but gets picked off. They're going to try to run through the smoke. So they're going to go for the flash through, but Seal, fully blinded, is just going to spam across, gets the lucky pick onto Roka, and the rest of those grenades that were invested in that 5-7, totally gone. So that is going to be it. The bomb is going to go off eventually at the end of this round, and they're just going to try to salvage the remaining $250 that they invested.
Yeah. Bolts, though, on top of things here, already finds one of them. Sanks here at the back with just the P2K. They're going to find him as well. And there's no real value in killing him, I guess, except for the $300 that Steel gained, but it's not going to let anyone survive a flawless victory there for Luminosity. And now they are up in a pretty big way. Money's still kind of tight on Complex. I mean, yeah, they can buy here, but they're in that situation where it's like, if you lose, like, you buy once and save once. It's kind of the cycle that they're in right now. So it's not a very good place to be when the highest amount of money you have post-buy is $100, and you still haven't hit maximum loss bonus yet either. So this is a very, very big round that Complexity absolutely needs to win if they don't want to go down to something like 9-3.
Well, let's see what's going to be the case. Now they're actually having the, they actually went for the boost at the beginning of this round, so they have two guys stacked up playing the high-low on the staircase of Catwalk. Semphis is going to be at the point, gets the dink, but then somehow is traded out by Cold. He actually gets the kill, but at least Automatic was there to even it back up on a 4v4. Flash, you have the Brazilians run through, but Automatic gets another one. But they have perfect trade setups right now for LG and also for Complexity. At the end of the day, the advantage comes through for Luminosity Gaming. Did I say it correctly? I said LG and Complexity, right? Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You got it, as we do have a 3v2 now here for Luminosity. They've been able to get most of the opening picks. They do move that bomb into the A bomb site here. It'll just be up to Roka and Sanks to try to retake from CT spawn. This is a big round that they really need to try to win because their money's in such bad shape. As Roka has slipped into elevator, he's waiting for Sanks to come up the catwalk, but he already gets busted before Sanks can even get into position. And now it's going to be a 1 versus 3, and you got to think that Luminosity is going to be able to shut this one out now. But Sanks make it interesting.
Meg gets the first kill. Trying to go for the second one here against Fur, but
yeah,
he couldn't get the Hame. He doesn't have the kit, and the clock is ticking, so he's going to try to save the M4 for the remaining of the round. And they're just too far to try to hunt him. No, they're actually running all the way towards T-spawn. So Sanks is going to be safe here. The bomb is going to go off, and he's going to run back towards A just to be safe. There you go.
I was really hoping he was going to clutch that so you could actually complete the Kamehameha wave.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
That would have been the most nuts casting clip ever if you.
That was just a small, like,
all the way out.
That was just a dumpa that happened there.
Unfortunate for him. As now Luminosity continues to extend their lead. A great chance to get another one here as Complexity only has that one M4 and a few pistols to work with. But we've seen both teams pull off some pretty crazy force buy situations this game. So we'll see if Complexity can keep that trend as they do put up an NOA. They do a lot of damage. They even get a kill, but Bolts quickly cleans it up and keeps the main advantage for Luminosity.
Yeah, and Roka looking to get this contact with the Deagle, but now he's tagged down to 1 HP up against Fallen. And Fallen has been quite keeping their hands full towards that B side so far throughout this whole game. And he does have the bomb on his back, and he just doesn't care. He's still able to bring the fight, still peeking aggressively, going for the white peaks as well. Semphis, meanwhile, trying to go for the flank up on Catwalk, but Bolts denies him there. So now it's Sanks and Roka going to try to win a 3 versus 1 as LG now coming through towards mid double doors to get more control.
Right, yeah, Sanks and Roka are still up. The bomb still hasn't made it into B yet, and so we could even see Roka. Maybe he can make a play, but he only has 1 HP in a deal. He's actually trying to push the smoke and force the issue. Fallen just waiting for him, grabs him, leaves Sanks alone, who's way out of position to do anything over on the B side of the map as that bomb will slip in. He does catch Cold lurking at long A, gets him down pretty low on HP, but Cold just holding him in position while that bomb goes down in the B site.
I think Sanks just wants to try to get this kill and maybe go for that op. Knowing that the bomb is now planted and he's on a 1-versus-1 situation up towards A, he will want to try to keep this for Semphis, but they're closing in quite quickly right now, already at CT spawn, so Cold stayed alive just long enough here to make it a little bit harder for Sanks to come across to pick up this EWP, and he sees it coming from afar, and he's just like, okay, let's just give up now.
Yeah, I mean, it's over there. And so Luminosity do push it here to 9-3. So having a great tier half thus far. compLexity going to put the double op to use here. Sanks used to be an opera for this team a long, long time ago before Semphis joined the team. So he will be able to put in that secondary op in a pretty good way. We should see him take it over towards the B side of the map while Semphis will play a traditional corner position. As we're used to seeing on this map, he will go for the initial long peek, but no one's going to be there as Luminosity is focused up in B tunnels in mid for now, though Fur is starting to edge his way out of long A.
But Bolts gets caught there jumping on the ledge and just slowed down a little bit with the mechanic, and it was an easy pick for Sanks. He was trying to go for the flash to let his teammates come out towards mid double doors to get the kill, but now the advantage comes back here for compLexity, and they could actually just focus on an easy default strategy.
Yeah, Valence is stuck inside the pit here. He's anchoring that A bomb site, and Semphis can assist him from Game Helper still, as everyone that's left on Luminosity is working themselves out of long A. Valence will peek out. He spots two, holds for the flash, pulls Semphis over with the op. Semphis able to get fallen, so they're able to defend against this long A quite well so far. Can they finish it off? It seems like they're in the right direction to do so. Oh my goodness, Semphis is out of his mind right now with this op.
First, the last man standing. Now at least he fully blinds Semphis, takes him down, and the pit is now clear, but it's a 3-versus-1. 38 seconds left on the clock. He's going to have to come up against Automatic, Roka, and Sanks. He's going to run right all the way through. Oh, no, actually, he's going to go back towards Dark Spot. Now, that was a mistake there that happened for Luminosity Gaming. They just focused too much looking towards that pit side, and when they were doing that, focusing on that pit player, Semphis was just able to come out towards Car side and push up towards long to support on the crossfire and just catch them all out.
Exactly. It was also big that Sanks was able to get that opening pick with the op right off the bat in the beginning of the round. Just compLexity now realizes Luminosity now realizes they're going to be up against a double op setup. So we'll see how they adjust given that information, as they will just 5 rifle up. No ops here for Luminosity, looking to be a bit more mobile, and they will be sending 4 of their members to B tunnels again. But, I mean, this usually just develops into some type of late mid-attack. Like I said, they're a very slow, methodical team, and with those nades coming in B tunnels, they won't try to aggress. They'll just push into lower B and get back into a more default stance, as Semphis has gotten aggressive with that op on the catwalk, but begins to back up.
There you go. There's that flash for them to peek out through the double doors. The smoke coming towards spawn. They have a full 5 AK push, though, so it's going to be... Oh, that's a bad flash. That's going to blind their own teammates, but Bull still manages to get the kill, and then one running through the tunnels. But Sanks still stays alive here with that EWP. But now the last man standing is going to be Cold. Just holding back at the boxes of CT spawn, just waiting for Semphis to slowly creep up right now. If he could narrow it down to a 2-versus-2, and he will do so, he'll have full control of the bomb, but he's going to try to go for maybe the kill first.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is he's stuck in a crossfire here at CT spawn. There's one in the B, one CT spawn. That's going to be tough to deal with here, as he will try to work himself into the window. Will cross the doors. Shots come in from CT spawn. He reacts to it. Now he's just kind of stuck here in the corner. This is a horrible position to be in if you're Cold.
Well, actually, he's just going to wait for Valence to reload maybe, and then he's going to peek out, but as he does so, Sanks is just waiting on the other side. He crept back towards the outside of the B site and got the better angle.
It's really well done there from compLexity. Just, you know, they actually stacked 3 towards B there, and Automatic was even over there playing behind the boxes with 2 inside the B side. They just really kind of relied on Semphis to deal with any type of work on the catwalk with that op and kind of that aggressive position, and they didn't challenge him, and Automatic came up big defending the outside of the site, as well as, again, Sanks and Roka in that B bomb site have had such a good game. They've really been a big part of a lot of compLexity's victories so far this half, but Luminosity, with the broken buy, again, get the opening pick at long A, and they find Semphis' op at Xbox, and this could be the 3rd forced buy round win for Luminosity if they pull this off.
This is crazy. This is so crazy. Now, two of them are stacked up towards mid double doors for complexity, but they do not spot anything there. They have full mid control right now for LG, and as the mollies are being thrown through just to try to hold it back a bit, but this is forcing complexity out of position right now because they have to look at different angles. They spot nobody crossing back towards cat, so they're like, okay, is it coming B? Are they crossing long? Now it's just one man watching each angle, and it's still the advantage for LG to actually move up towards cat this time. So they pick up a scout, they pick up a knob. Well, they had the scout from falling at the beginning of the round, but they pick up the op, and they're going to try to work towards this A side now, and it's totally open.
Yeah, Sanks has been able to get another op pick at mid, but then he gets caught trying to rotate, steal in position. That lurker for this team is going to catch this rotate in a big way, and this is pretty much the round thrown away unless Roka can come up absolutely massive. He does find one, but still has so much more to deal with here. He's spotted a couple. Now he knows where all three are, actually, but he's ran out of HP, and he's also running out of time. That bomb's ticking away, and he will be dealt with, and that's Luminosity putting up 10 rounds on the board in the first half from the terrorist side, including 3 force spy wins. Like, that's just insane how they won all those rounds.
Why didn't actually Luminosity Gaming do that for the first half? Just buy a scout and take 9s for the whole T side. I think it would have been 15-0.
Yeah, I mean,
that was amazing. Stuff. It's so, because when they actually throw that strategy, it's so aggressive and at some point it works actually quite well against complexity, who just doesn't see it coming. And it's also by taking that mid control. Yeah, they'll focus with Fallen trying to scout more towards that B side and create a presence towards that B side, and he's able to do so quite easily. And then the rest of it is just like full mid control that seems to be just working too well.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just Luminosity is so good at when they get a pick, being able to work that man advantage, being able to manipulate your rotations. Like I said, they're a very methodical team. They're one of the most, when it comes to people playing within a region, I get Luminosity's obviously not North American, they're Brazilian, but they play in our region, and they are definitely one of the most tactical teams that we have. Really, maybe only teams like Cloud9 being up to snuff with them tactically. So they just know how to work their numbers, and they had a great half there on the T side, and they've always been known across the entire map pool of being more of a T-sided team just because of having the great strategy. They maybe sometimes lack on skill against big teams on CT side, but they've slowly been increasing that as well, with Fallen's op really coming into form lately, and Cold being such a great pickup for this team.
Yeah, you guys just saw a quick glance of the scoreboard brought to you by Alpha Draft. It's really Sanks' shoulders that are quite heavy. 18-8 on the first half. Second guy behind him is Roka, 12-10. So he did his part whenever he needed to. But the pistol round is now underway. LG on the CT side as Fur gets the first blood for the second half.
Right, and there's Fur getting the second one as well. They keep trying to push up Cat, but Fur and Steel just keep dealing with them, and he'll look for another. Almost takes him down. Cole eventually picks that up, and now it's all up to Automatic 1 versus 4, and that's going to be Luminosity taking him out. So Luminosity looking to extend that lead now to 13-5, and that would be so difficult for complexity to come back from, I feel like.
Yeah, and again, it's their map choice. And we see this type of results, but at the same time, we kind of don't expect these kinds of results because they wanted to through scouts and tech 9s. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
And again, it's worth noting that complexity has had their struggles on the Terra side of this map in our league, losing even to some underdog teams because they couldn't get anything going on their T side. Now they need it more than ever to get back into this game because their CT side did not go according to plan with only 5 rounds. So we'll see how they respond as this round. They're just on the 250s in armor, but look up for right up here on the doors with the FAMAS. Just going to let him have it.
Oh, runs out of bullets, though, so Semphis will capitalize on that and tries to clear out the long aid. The lots of smokes gives him a chance. Oh, my God, did he just have a fadeaway runaway scout shot? I think he did onto Semphis. And now it's 4 versus 2. Cold's on the flank, though. Automatic is going to get spotted. So now they're cornered sandwich. This is going to be over. So they're going to close him now. Fallen trying to get the scout kill, but actually forced to reload instead. I don't know if he ran out of bullets. But they're creeping up here towards long A. Phelan's actually manages to get the kill onto Cold with the FAMAS they picked up, and somehow they open up the A side just a tad bit. But there's just like that right after. Trades comes through after by Steel and Bolts, both at long A and A side respectively, to give the round still for Luminosity Gaming.
Yeah, Automatic was able to creep up long A and get through the smoke and catch someone off guard in elevator, but unfortunately for him, that A bomb site player was still in position to finish off the round, and so Luminosity will move up 12-5. A great chance to put it to 13 as compLexity again won't have the ability to invest too much into this round. They have only one flashbang on Valens and a few upgraded pistols. And it looks like we're just going to see them try to explode maybe mid to B from what I can tell, or maybe just try to run up Cat, as they do have snippets lurking out at long A. But yeah, they will just try to come out mid, but Fallen dealing with it.
Yeah, there's nothing much you could really do there. I mean, you have no nades to work with. There's no flash to open it up, so you're just going to have to body stream and hope that the pain train comes in your favor with lucky Glock shots, because they didn't even invest in it to take 9s to actually add more firepower for this mid takeover.
Yeah, so they're going to get a full buy-in here, and the problem is this is really kind of their last chance, because here's the thing. If they lose this round, they're only going to get $2,900 in next round, which will be pretty much... That means the top player on their team would have $3,100. So this is kind of their best chance before Luminosity moves into a map point situation. So they really, really need to make this round work here and now.
So Sanks at lower B trying to clear out the area, and it's clear for mid. He's actually just maybe going to try to walk this out. Now walk it out. Now walk it out. As I walk it out. Nope. It's still very calm, though. He actually hears a lot of footsteps on Catwalk. This gives a chance for Automatic to try to get the fight up on bricks, and that actually forces Fallen to fall back. So mid is now taken over by Sanks.
Yeah, I mean... Sanks has been able to work himself out mid. He is one of the entry fraggers for this team next to usually Roku. Roku's playing a bit more of a long A position like he's played his entire career, but Cold, he finds that op pick on the Simphus, so that's the first blood being drawn here by Luminosity, as we do see Sanks still out in mid, still trying to work this op. He does spot one cross the B doors, but there's still one lurking here, and CT Swan's going to be fallen, so he will just go ahead and back up. That bomb will be collected by Sanks, and he will begin to position over here at Cat. I mean, they just have to find an opening at this point. They're a man down. Someone has to make a play, and they're going to rely on Sanks to try to find a pick with this op.
It's crazy, though, because they actually still had 3 smokes to work with. They could have smoked towards CT spawn and then utilized Sanks to try to get a pick towards B. Ooh. And now that you're creeping up towards Catwalk, Fallen is actually spotting some domes here. And with support from Bolts, they just clear out the upper Catwalk. And now there's only going to be 1 guy remaining to make that 0. It's an easy cleanup and a clean sweep again for Luminosity Gaming.
I mean, that opening pick just hurt so bad. It put compLexity a man down very early in the round in a super, super critical moment. They really needed that victory to hold Luminosity off from having an easy map point. They couldn't get it done. They tried to just walk up Cat in that 4v5, and Fallen just absolutely destroyed them with that FAMAS. And now Luminosity is even able to get the double op setup going, picking up one of the Fallen ops there from compLexity. Fallen will put that op into long A. The other one going to be onto Cold, who's playing towards the back of B. So, I mean, they're going to have such a stout defense for compLexity to deal with, especially since they only have some upgraded pistols and a Galil to work with.
Hey, they said if Luminosity Gaming could do it on T side, maybe we can as well. So they went for the force buy. They don't have a scout, though. They have a Galil instead in the hands of Automatic. And they're actually going to try to go for the flash to push out.
But there's 3 guys here, all with their focus on long A. This is going to be rather difficult for them to get out.
They got CZs and Tech 9s, though. Flash is coming through from both sides, so they're both blinded running through, and it's going to be finally Sanks, the first one to go unblind and get the kill. And he gets a second one onto Bolts. So now the third one's just around the corner. It's going to be Fallen. He doesn't have a scout, but he has an op. He could still put a lot of damage into here. Oh, but he unscopes just as they peek out. But Sanks still decides to go for the shoulder peek and then take him out. He peeks back out, sees that Simphus, goes for the white peek. Looking for support from his teammate as well. Getting mollied down, and Cold is going to come out across to get the kill, and now Valence is going to be the last one at long. Meanwhile, Automatic made his way across towards mid. He does get the kill onto Fallen, but it's traded out, and Cold is going to work with that op as well.
I mean, that's insane. Like, poor compLexity. Like, they got the initial 2 picks out long A. They were making things work, and they even have Fallen trapped that game helper with that op, and that's a big position to be stuck in when you're Fallen. Like, you're just isolated. You're like, they know exactly where you are, but the big difference maker there was actually Cold. He's had a pretty quiet game overall, but that rotation he just made for that hat trick, that was massive. That saved the round, and now they're at map point. They have 10 chances to put this map away. compLexity needs to use those 10 rounds in a row to try to put this into overtime. They do have the opening pick here, but Fur in a great position to even it back up, but he will get chased down, but he finds a second kill, keeps it even.
And now it's a 2 versus 2 as Sanks gets the kill onto Steel right after. Fallen drop it into CT spawn with Bolts, so they're going to go for a 2-man push together. Think that it's going all the way towards B. But now look at that. Fallen is waiting towards CT spawn, so he's going to be able to spot the cross. He's just going to wait there, and he's going to see the bomb header over as well. And I think he saw him. I didn't hear an op shot go off, but I'm pretty sure that he saw him cross. No, he didn't. Because actually...
He's been looking low the whole time.
So I wasn't clicking on him. I still had the camera.
As time ticks away, though, you got to think eventually he's going to watch this long A cross. And there is a smoke on Simphis to block this cross off to get that bomb into the site on Sanks, unless he just wants to take the straight-up duel through CT spawn. But Sanks will
That's crazy
to work up. Simphis will unload his smoke onto the cross. So now Luminosity knows what's up. They can try to gather up and still make this 2v2 retake work, but at least compLexity is going to be able to get this bomb plant.
I think he got the leg shot. The molly just misses the top of the ledge. So at least though. Oh, he gets the kill, jumping up, and he can't believe it. You can see how discouraged.
I can't believe it. No,
I heard how discouraged he was. He's like, oh man.
Oh no!
And Fallen just takes that.
Oh my god.
16-5, Luminosity Gaming.
I mean, it was already a rough game through and through there for compLexity, but that just adds a little bit of extra insult to the injury there that they just received. I mean, they just got mowed over by Luminosity there. What a game. As there's not much to say there other than Luminosity just being absolutely dominant through and through. I mean, they got 10 rounds on the T side, and they never looked back on CT. Just a clean sweep there to close out the game. And that's it. We're moving on to Cobblestone. This was compLexity's pick, but we know Luminosity, even on an international stage, has proven their worth on this map against some pretty good teams. So I don't know that compLexity got much of an edge out of this map pick.
It's still crazy, though, because the way that Fallen's played it, I thought that when he was parked out there at mid-Jeep, he was going to go maybe for a single scope. I didn't have my point of view on him to actually see it, but if he actually went for a single scope, you could see upper and lower at the same time. You could see that cross. That gives a lot of information and a lot of time for Colt to actually rotate back and support him and have a quicker take. But at the end of the day, he didn't need to. He just needs to go for a jumping op kill. Come on.
I mean, what a game there. I mean, it was just absolutely dominant from Luminosity through and through. Just they never really looked out of control of the game. There was a couple of moments where compLexity kept the game close, but Luminosity winning like 3 key 4 spots in the first half on the T side was absolutely massive. It really got them the momentum, and they just rolled out a big half. And then, like I said, they never looked back on CT side. They just, swept the game, and that's that. We are going to take a quick break here, but when we come back, we're going to have the final map of the night as Luminosity looks to go for the series win. compLexity hoping for the tie as we move on to Cobble. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.